Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And the list of names suggests that what we have in front of us here, Jim, is a 3-5-2 formation.
Well, the formation that was once the staple diet of the Italian game.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, what has happened here? Jordan Henderson. Oh, played through for the wide man.
That's good defensive concentration.
And it's Serginho.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's played it. He's got tall. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Looking for options for movement. And he's picked it up out wide. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, it's always hard to gauge the true worth of Jordan Henderson, as he's not the type of player you can measure in terms of goals and assists. He'll be the brains in midfield, trying to provide the creative input for players up front whenever possible.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he's there to belt it away. And he's in on chance! There it is! The breakthrough strike! That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Wriggles his way through. Henderson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Goes for a shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
So, third corner of the game. Khan claims comfortably. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Messi. Well, that has not gone well.
Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now that's well seen too. Guardiola. For Messi. Camavinga. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Chance! They've done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Certain, searing and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind.
And he shoots! Mbappe is magnificent! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they get themselves in front!
Serginho really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Serginho's cross.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Pass is just off target. Xavi Alonso. Saliba. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And reclaimed it in a trice. He's in a great position here. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? Arsenal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Khan will have to save it here or there's real trouble. Oh, he's missed it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Arsenal are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Now it's Isak. Conte. Serginho. Zanetti pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Serginho. He's in a good position here. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 4 coming up here. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Doué picks it up out wide. Zanetti crosses. And the keeper beats it away. Bullet. That's a cute ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's got away. Camavinga. And it's Vieira. And the half-time whistle goes.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
So off we go once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Camavinga. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's the delivery. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Mbappe. Here's Vieira. And it's Doué. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Isak deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And a chance! In he goes again! It's in! The second half sparked straight into life! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Arsenal get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now. Arsenal are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
And he's managed to get free. Well, that's an excellent interception. They're up to 5 corners now. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Vieira tries to clear. No way through, so has a shot! And he was alert to it. Vieira. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Serginho. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That has been slung wide. Mbappe! Nicely weighted ball. Now that is a hefty challenge. Takes a shot! They've scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Pull it. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Out towards the flank. Doué. Cross goes in there. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Mbappe. Cannavaro with the slide tackle there. Can he get on the end of this? Decent chance! Oh, this time surely! He's scored! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
We have got ourselves... Header comes in! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Arsenal making consecutive changes here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. De Ketelaere knocks it into space. Oh, he's played... And the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Arsenal will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. That's beautifully weighted. Guardiola. Well, that looks a decent ball. Zanetti.
Oh, really well played.
Zanetti delivers. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Arsenal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Great ball, and it's Jordan Henderson! And it's come back out to him. That's a half-decent try.
Oh, that's just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
It's a lucky seventh corner. And that has been knocked clear.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
It's Park Ji-suk. Batistuta. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Vieira! And that is wildly off target. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest. Big header! Harmlessly behind. Ruben Neves is there, and he can pick it up. Hullet.
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, it's come loose. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's there to make the challenge. Now then, the ball's come loose. Not the most accurate pass. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me, it just always held an interest.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Claude Makelele, a player whose name entered the very language of the game, Jim.
Yeah, but his arrival in English football, Peter, I felt was key in taking the title from the previous season's Invincibles. And his first goal in English football was scored on what was the homecoming of the new champions, was it not?
Yeah, stoppage time penalty. He missed it actually, but he did score on the rebound.
Yeah, that's right. Not glamorous, nor spectacular, but no less crucial. It pretty much describes him as a player.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, nice touch. Played into space out wide. Cleared away. This might spell danger. Pinches it off him. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And this is Torres. Well read, and the danger is averted. And it's Maradona. Tries to play it through. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Danielson. Quarter of an hour played. Danielson. Great vision. It's out for a goal kick. Otto gathers from the goal kick. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Arsenal finding their passes.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Atalanta clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Hazard is in a really good position out wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Szoboszlai. That's Vieira. And it's Szoboszlai! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Delivers the ball, climbs up big! Goal! Arsenal! And that for him is goal number 10. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Looking for the run. Isak showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well-timed, excellent interception. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Hazard. Now it's Isak. Szoboszlai. Cleared without complication. Otto. Can he get on the end of this? Can he get it through? And he's managed to get free. Now the cross. It's a mighty effort! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
No, he's just misjudged that one. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Defending of the desperate variety. Zaire Emery. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Raul could try cutting inside here. Vieira.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left be...
And the finish! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Isak actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And the shot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Arsenal are up by 1 then, but really feel they should be up by more.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Arsenal can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Real chance! It's in! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Soboslai. Stood up well to him there. Knocks it out wide. Crosses it in. Oh, what a climb! Marvellous goal!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Arsenal take the lead. Looking to play him in. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. He might be in here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's hit the post. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Caceres. It is a corner. So, third corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. Atalanta have the chance to go the other way. Danger averted for now.
Attenzione, un cambio.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Vieira! Decent enough try. Arsenal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And he welcomes it in. Zaire Emery. And he's had it nicked away. Szoboszlai. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Isak deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Brilliantly cut out. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now there's a fight. Shoots! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Makaleli. Rooney. Oh, nicely intercepted. And he's been shifted off it. No, that's been intercepted. Guardiola.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He is through here. Provedel sends that a long way. Now it's Maradona. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Hazard gets into a good position. Makaleli gets a foot in here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's being urged to shoot.
Atalanta really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Good read, needed to be. Knocks it into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
And the pass is intercepted. Arsenal have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Doué. Look at the space here. Batistuta! Oh, it's fallen! Oh, taken with style! Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Park Ji-sung. Threads one in. Now it's Rooney, looking for options for movement.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, easy pickings there. Tries to pass it through. Atalanta could have here their final chance. Desperate defending required here. Roberto Carlos goes short. Drives it in. Alexander-Arnold is there and he can get that clear. And this is Batistuta. Nicely weighted ball. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Otto. And this is Maradona. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Makaleli. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Well, that has not gone well. Played with speed from back to front. And it's slung out wide. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Arsenal demonstrating exactly how to play on hostile ground. They were forced to persevere and be patient.